And this is the final question, and again, I believe it's for the council. What is the current status of monetary funds, and how will the council allocate funds during the first year?
Well, on July 1st, we're not going to have a lot of money in our hands. The money's going to trickle in from different sources, and we probably won't get our full amount of money to run the city until maybe even October. So along the way, we're going to start collecting money, and we're going to look at how to use that money. But unfortunately, the state doesn't just turn the money over to us that we have in our comprehensive fiscal analysis and say, here, start doing it. But anyway, the county still providing services, so why would they do that? But we will be getting money slowly, and as you probably know, we've asked our consultants to do all this work for us on the promise of payment. I don't know if a lot of people are going to take the promise of payment, but we may be asking if there are people that are willing to wait for their money when we don't have it. But we'll get that money, and things will be good.
Something else we'll be doing in relation to that is, and this is what our interim staff is doing, working with the county, is looking at the CFA, getting the statistics from the county on what the services are, doing a comparison to make sure that we're still in sync with the CFA. And if we aren't, we need to know that, because when we sit down to do our budget, we're going to have to make some hard decisions. Everybody knows what's happening with the economy. We don't know yet until this comparison is made exactly where we're going to stand. But at that time, and you'll all be witness to it if you've been a party to it, if you come to the city council meetings, you might think it's boring, you might think it's exciting. Who knows? Depends on how meetings go, I suppose. But that's another facet of the whole thing to do with money coming in. But as Bob said, it's not going to come in all at once. We probably won't get a majority of it until late fall.
Thank you very much. Good answer. The money is mostly dependent upon the state, and well, you know how the state is. So I guess I kind of lied about questions because I've gotten two more while they were answering those questions. So the next question, I think it's for Jay Orr, and perhaps the council members may want to talk about it. It was about who's responsible for cleanup in the county, in particular a broken mobile home on Union and Cordon. During the
right now,
right now, the county is responsible for those cleanups, and the director of code enforcement was here, so I'll make sure he gets the question. And then following the transition will be up to the city to work with their code enforcement people. Then there was also someone wanted to let people know that there's a flood control commission. I'm not sure if you want to know the date of that, you can contact the county executive office or flood control. You can confirm the date of the next flood control meeting. With that, that's all the questions. So I thank you all very much for the questions. They're very good questions, and I think it reflects your interest in making this transition to cityhood work well for yourselves and for your council. And with that, I'd like to turn the meeting back over to Supervisor Lester.
As you can tell from the responses to many of the questions, you have a council, new council that's already been hard at work. And they were hard at work even before the election, some for many, many years. So really you have a city leadership here that is extremely well versed. In fact, a lot better than I am in how to take over functions, which is quite a skill. And I also was ratified in my belief that the expectations have been raised here in the city. Things are going to be done. And let me just reemphasize, you got the correct answer from your council representative. You're going to have a lot more attention being brought to bear on these issues because you have local representation. And it's not just, our staff's here, but we're running around the 525-mile district, let alone the rest of the county. that attention. And that attention really, as my experience showed, is far more important than having a lot of money. You can put away money pretty fast. But that ongoing attention to issues and then prioritizing where they haven't been before citywide is a whole new dynamic. And it's going to be a really productive thing for this community. And right now, the county is in this whole surge of growth. And you know, it's interrupted for a while, but it's going to continue. You have the ability to make some terrific strategic directions for this city that other cities didn't have that. And you look back and you have immediate experiences of neighboring cities. Some very diverse experiences between just the little cities of Temecula and Marietta. They both announced very strong cities, but they had very different early years. They had different kinds of services. Temecula adopted county services. Marietta went more independent, and they started with a fire district before they even a city. So they became a fire library. So you have all that experience, plus all the cooperative efforts now that take place. Extremely critical. It's like the new program for, well, it's not that new, but it's really starting to roll out its projects now. This is Transportation Uniform Education Fee program where we never before had not only the fee, the money to improve arterial roads and freeway interchanges and like at a local level like this, but we never had the cooperative efforts before between city and cities and county, and sitting together in a zone, Southwest County, deciding which of the roads and in what order and how many lanes and where are the safety issues, where are the safety problems, and then having the local funding to apply to that and being able to get back to the residents and say, look, this is not going to be improved right away, but it's on the program, it's in this order, this environmental work is being done, and so on and so forth. So that your council and your planning commission are really going to have a terrific impact. It's at a whole new level than formations of cities here 15 or 20 years ago in the county. So your representatives here answered that question right on the mark. So your flood control issue is not going to be solved overnight. They're tough. They need a lot of money. But but it's going to get the attention, and when it is solved, when it is designed, you're going to have local people who know yourself, know where the flooding occurs, know what, have comment on these plans, from a lot more experience and local knowledge than many times my staff, much as we know about the county with 16 years under our belt. There's the advantage, and it is a terrific advantage. So I want to commend everybody on your questions tonight, your interest, and this is a really key year ahead of the city. And I'm feeling really good about it. I think it's really auspicious for getting what you have, and you have some terrific people here in the community who really give their all to this cause. And have already shown they can overcome far more daunting obstacles than anything that you're going to face here in the immediate years, because you are going to have resources here now. And I was very glad to see we achieved all our first here in Wildomar area. Mr. Johnson, another full first. I didn't realize it was first in the state. The other side of the Chicago coin, these nascent cities or cities, would-be cities, were always fearful. But here it turned out to be a blessing, and it was a good one for all of us. So I look forward to working closely with all of you.